So it's all to play for still.
I think so. Do you want to bet against us?
Hi, villains, and welcome to For the Love of Paul McGrath podcast for our team sheet tantrum for Aston Villa versus Brighton. And the team is out. So let's get cracking straight away on that one. I can see Diego Carlos's head staring back at me from the team sheet. So let me just share this with you guys and we'll get it up on screen here. So as I said, there's Diego Carlos. Starting 11 tonight is Martinez in goals, Konza, Diego Carlos and Pau Torres, Dina, McGinn, Tielemans, Kamara, Bailey, Rogers and Watkins. He's gone back to the tried and tested 4 at the back. Nothing new there, no surprises. Arguably, you could probably say, we know what way we're going to play, and that's a good thing as well. No Onana in the starting 11. He is on the bench, and the bench consists of Robin Olsen,
Jacob Ramsey.
Robin Olsen, Tyrone Mings, Nedeljkovic, Matson, Barkley, Ramsey, Onana, Buendia, and Jacob or Jaden Philogene on the bench as well. So, yeah, probably as strong as we could. Do you know what? I'm a small bit surprised, Paddy. I'm a small bit surprised that we don't see a young striker on the bench. That's probably it. But because he has form for doing that, popping in like maybe and I can never remember how to pronounce his name, but is it Jamal Jamoa?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody like that who's probably been tearing it up. He has form for putting them on the bench, but not tonight. And look, it's not the end of the world that isn't the case. But there's our starting 11 for tonight. Have at it with your comments, guys. I meant to mention as well where this will be a very, very short one. I've to put the kids to bed. So I will have to run away in about 12 minutes time. So get your comments in there and get your scores in there and we'll go down through them very
normally I would continue on, but I'm very, very sick today. So yeah. I haven't got the energy to continue on after you on my own, unfortunately.
Exactly. Paddy, what do you make of that team? No real surprise, I suppose, given that.
No, well, I think we both thought it was going to be a back three. It's obviously not. Look, it's fine. I hope. As you say, there's no striker, so obviously, if Watkins was to go off or anything, it would be a case of putting Rogers in there and bringing on Buendia maybe in behind them, or a Jacob Ramsey and pushing Rogers on. It's a bloody strong team. You'd have to think that we're strong enough to go and win the game, but we just got to cut out those early errors or any errors at this stage. So. I'm happy enough with it. This is the only tantrum on this is that it's not a 3 at the back. I would prefer to see a 3 at the back and keep it nice and tight.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's fair. You know me, like I'm not going to sit here and just kind of rehash everything that I say over and over again. I've been looking for a 3 for a while. I thought 3 worked well. I've said this. Karma Baby read my mind. There's a tiniest possibility it could be a 3 at the back with Bailey at right back. My hair would fall off, I think, if that was the case. I just don't see it. I have no reason to believe that that's going to be the case. Like if Mings was in there, I would have more of belief that would be the case. But because Mings isn't in there, I think he's just going to go with Carlos and Pau and Konza right back. I think that's just what he's going to do. I don't see this as being a Bailey wing back situation.
No, me neither. I think it's fairly self-explanatory what way we're gonna line up. Kamara and Tielemans will sit in front of the back 4, and we'll let those in front of them work their magic they need to do. We need some big performances from Watkins and Bailey in particular, who are due a big performance. And I predict that Ollie Watkins will have a great game tonight on what is his 30th birthday. You said last night he was 28. He's 30 today. Isn't that nuts?
I thought he was 28 going on 29, but he must have been 29 going on 30. As you have said. Phil, Paddy, I'm getting up the The
Brighton
Brighton team. Yeah.
in their lovely yellow kit. Oh my God, it's an eyesore, isn't it?
Yeah. Here is the Brighton kit, and Brighton have a surprise. They've got a Swedish international playing in central midfield that I didn't expect to see there. So for Bryggen is in goals, Lamptey, who I also didn't expect. I gave Veltman this massive talk up on the preview about this guy who cannot be shifted, and then they start Lamptey over him. Exactly. Igor, Julio, Dunk, Gruda, Jean-Pierre, Pedro, Enciso, Andringa, Baleba, Ayari, and Van Heck. We gave Matt O'Reilly a massive talk up as well. No Matt O'Reilly. So the couple of people I saw asked there about Ayara there in the chat. He's a 21-year-old Swedish midfielder assigned from AIK. I'd say he probably has touching about 10 caps for Sweden at this stage. And also, I'm 90% certain Villa were in for him at the same time. Brighton stole a march on him. Not a solid march, but a march indeed. They stole on him from a lot of clubs. I think a couple of clubs. I saw him play against. It was a couple of years ago. I'm 90% certain I saw him play against a League of Ireland team, and he was only in his teens, like 17, 18, and he was bloody outstanding. Like at that level, now again, it's against the League of Ireland team in the early rounds of probably preliminary round of a European competition, and he was just fantastic. But he's going to be in there probably in midfield today. Actually, he's definitely going to be in there midfield alongside Baleba. They have an incredibly young team out today, Paddy. Incredibly young team. Like Gruda is only about 20, 21, and Ciso the same, and Dringa is only early 20s. Baleba, it's an incredibly young team that they have out there. And, Villa don't. Villa have a more battle-hardened, experienced team, and hopefully that is a plus point for Villa.
Yeah, I can't. I'm just trying to figure out here. It's definitely a 4 at the back there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, Lamptey and
Lamptey on the right.
I suppose. Yeah, who's going to be left back? Would it be Igor?
Because there's no Estupinian. He's expecting to see Estupinian in there, but he's not there.
Give me a second here now. I think it could be unless it's Van Heck. No, actually, Paddy, I think it's probably going to be a 3 at the back with Lamptey. Lamptey as a wing back, maybe, and Ciso as the Jesus, yeah. How are they going to line up? Unless Igor Julio goes out to that left hand side, but I've no reason to believe that he would. I don't know.
So you're talking about Igor, Van Heck, and Dunk at centre half,
and then Lamptey one side, Gruda the other side, and Ciso, Andringa, Baleba, Ayari. Yeah. They're going to be fluid anyway, whatever way they look at it. And then their benches, they've got some horses to come off the bench as well. Minta, Mitoma, O'Reilly, Jorginho, Rutter, Sonny March, Moder, all to come off the bench there. And young what you call him, Rory McConville, Northern Irish footballer as well, Northern Irish defender on the bench for them as well. Hasn't made his Brighton debut, but has played for Northern Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. He must only be around 18 as well, I'd say. Known. Yeah. I can't remember where they signed him from. It's probably only one or two. It's probably only Linfield or what you call him. Jesus, I'm blanking on the other.
Glentoran, Cliftonville.
Linfield and Glentoran. Yeah. Probably one of those two that they signed him from. Yeah. Look, it's interesting. Do you know what's interesting here? Let's take a look at some of the comments here. Good to see Solly on the bench again. There's something there then in Turkish that I don't know. Time to stay at the pub, says Matthew O.R. Nice one. We expect to win as always. Come on, you Seagulls. It's a bit of a strange lineup. Brighton fans, not what I was expecting. Oh, sorry, that's a Villa fan that comes in there. Yeah, it's interesting. Back 3 gimmick again. Please leave this in 2024, I beg. That's what Lewis says. He seems to think it's a back 3. So does Ashley seems to think it's a back 3 there as well. Not really getting why O'Reilly is dropped. Seems fit and needs games. I'm delighted he's dropped and he's not there. Stevie O here, he says, I have nothing. They don't seem to be happy with Enciso. Anthony Loy doesn't seem to be. No Veltman. Another Neil here praising Veltman there, thinking it's madness. IR's Dog Water says BHA4211. Every fan base has him, lads. Every fan base has him,
Yeah.
And that's, look, it's Odyssey BHA says Igor at left back in the back four. That's probably the way I think that this is lining up. I can't see Gruda being in a wing back. I just can't. I think it would just be a silly use of his talents to have him there. The man is just a take on machine. And if you're going to do that, why don't you why don't you do it with somebody like Veltman? Why don't you? Because Veltman can play right or left side. It just doesn't make any sense. Anyway,
Brighton are one of those teams that try and win all their home games and set out not to lose away games. But to me, that's attacking enough. To put Lamptey in there because they're going to see him potentially pinning back Luca Dean and cutting out that threat. So it'll be interesting to see how often Luca Dean can get down that side with Lamptey there, because he has him for pace. Whether he's the Lamptey that broke onto the scene a few years ago, I'm not sure, but he definitely has him for pace. I'm not overly worried. I just hope that our guys have their heads right and that we can go and inflict our game on them. And look, I'm my usual optimistic self, and I think we're going to go and win this game 2-0.
Yeah, I'm feeling optimistic. I just think that, as somebody saying, Adringa wing back, I could see it, but I don't see the benefit of it. Again, more of a right-sided play. Well, no, actually, you can play on both sides of Adringa, but to me, that would be a stretch again of his ability. Of what he could do, and having him further forward is better for them because of his shooting ability. I don't know. We'll see. To me, it seems like it's Enciso, Adringa, and Gruda playing behind João Pedro with Baleba and Ayari in front of some combination of Van Heck, Dunk, Igor Julio, and Lamptey. That's what it looks like to me, because that's kind of the formation that they've. Well, it's obviously, as we've seen there from some of the Brighton fans, they have gone to 3 at the back at times this year. But let's see. I don't think I'm supremely confident about this one, but I can't see why we couldn't get a 2-0 win tonight, Paddy. Keeping clean sheets is like finding hen's teeth at the moment, so it would be nice to keep a clean sheet. I'm going to go with 2-1. Yeah. I'm going to go with 2-1 just because, if we do Man City on it and we score 2 goals and we concede one in the 94th, I won't be too pissed off. I really won't. It's getting
that was the only thing I was pissed off with the Man City game, to be honest. But look, I think we're due.
Remember it in 6 weeks' time.
We need a performance. That's the most important thing today. Get the 3 points, get the performance up, and the 6 points that are at play in the next 5 or 6 days, whatever it is, are the most important 6 points of the season for me. If not, we get cut adrift, and it's going to make it very, very difficult. So, huge week at Villa Park, and I'm expecting a backlash today and 2-0 for sure.
Yeah, hopefully so. Guys, as I said, it is I have to finish this up in the next minute or so, because I have a lady inside here who won't go down to bed for anybody other than me, and I have to put her to bed at 7 o'clock. So I do apologize. So Spencer Bakewell, I'm going to come to some of your scores here. Spencer Bakewell's going for 5-3 Villa win. I'll take it. Tyrone is going for 4-1. David Dwyer's going for 3-1 Villa. John Boy's going for 6-0. Junior's going for 2-0. Bear in the Garden is going 6-1 to improve the goal difference. Once again, I'll take 1-0, but I'll also take 6-1-2 if needed. Western Wood is going for 3-1. 1-1 says Adam. Richard Chard is going 1-0. Mark Wood going 3-0. Mark Wood, you're out foreign. Whereabouts are you? Again,
he's in the Maldives,
isn't it? Ooh, very nice. Yeah. It's a bit better than Brighton, I think. The sea. I can imagine the beach, seasides.
A lot better than Brighton in B6 on a cold December night, that's for sure.
Exactly. Dennis White's going 1-0. Captain Nugget's going for 2-0. Jer's going for 3-1. Rich Mack is going for 2-1. John Duran is going for 3-0. Andy Hiley is going for 3-2 as well. And last but not least, Paul Miller is going for 3-1 Villa. I know you guys are going to put in tons more scores there. I do apologise that we can't spend. We win today, Neil, in a bottle of whiskey. Excellent. I might make my stag at the end of January, and I might make my wedding if Villa keep on winning. Dan, but that I love that last bottle I got. Villa Down Under, thank you so much for that, guys. Thanks a million for that. Gifted 5 channel memberships there as well. Thanks a million. Really appreciate all that. But I do have to run away. I don't know, Paddy, can you stay on, or do you want to stay on, or what's the crack?
My voice is cracking. I'll try and get back on afterwards. I might try and get a hot whiskey into me myself here.
Perfect.
To start myself out.
Cool, excellent. So this is going to be a short one. I'm going to come on directly after the final whistle. I'm then also going to be on Claret and Blue with Dan Rollinson. Then after that, later on this evening as well. So tune into both of those. Tune into us first, and then follow us over to Claret and Blue. I'll give you my own muddled up thoughts, hopefully on an Aston Villa 12-0 win. But as we know, it'll probably be a galling performance from some sort of referee or some sort of pitch invader or something that will.
That's not happening tonight. No, we're the masters of our own destiny tonight. We're going to go out and inflict our game on them. We're going to feed off the passion from the crowd, and we're going to go and win handy tonight.
Last home game of the season, and as I said, we're going to go out and do it tonight. But we will see you guys, and as Richard says there, smash the like on the way out. I am going to leave you to it before I get murdered by a 3-year-old child. So thank you so much, everybody, for your time. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you directly after the final whistle, and all that's left to say is let's go get the win and the 3 points tonight, and up the Villa.
Up the Villa.